In 1533, Anne Boleyn, the ambitious second wife of Henry VIII, faced whispers of witchcraft and unnatural appetites after her miscarriage, but by May 19, 1536, as her head fell from the executioner's sword on Tower Green, her enemies had spun tales of scandalous liaisons that echoed Europe's fear of powerful women, tales that, like Catherine's, involved beasts and betrayal to smear a queen's memory. Yet if Anne's fall was swift and bloody, another royal horror unfolded in 1688, when James II's consort Mary of Modena birthed a son, amid rumors of a smuggled infant in a warming pan, igniting the glorious revolution and exiling a dynasty under clouds of deceit. These scandals pale beside the venom aimed at Catherine, but they whisper the same dread. When women grasp power, myths rise to drag them down. Tonight, in this separate tale of shadowed thrones, we explore a different empress's hidden torment, not Catherine's Russia, but the Byzantine court of Theodora in 532 AD, where a former actress turned ruler faced riots and rumors of depraved excesses that nearly toppled an empire, a story of survival amid slander that mirrors the horse myth's cruelty in its emotional wreckage. Theodora enters history not as royalty, but as a child of the Constantinople hippodrome in 500 AD, daughter of a bear-keeper, performing on stages where acrobats and beasts entertained the masses. By her teens, she captivates an actress, her beauty and wit drawing patrons from the elite, whispers of her liaisons fueling envy in a city where women of low birth seldom rise. In 520 AD, she meets Justinian, heir to Emperor Justin I, a man entranced by her intelligence amid the empire's rigid hierarchies. Defying laws barring senators from marrying actresses, Justinian changes the code in 525 AD, wedding Theodora in a ceremony that shocks the court. When Justin dies in 527 AD, they ascend as co-rulers. Theodora's influence immediate and profound. She advises on laws, champions women's rights, reforms against forced prostitution in 529 AD, and builds convents for the reformed. Yet her past haunts her. Rivals spread tales of scandalous performances involving geese and grains, twisted into symbols of unnatural depravity, much like later myths of equine horrors. The crisis peaks in January 532 AD with the Nika riots, factions of chariot fans uniting against Justinian's taxes, burning half the city and besieging the palace. As senators urge flight, Theodora stands firm in the council chamber, declaring, "Purple makes a fine burial shroud," her words steeling Justinian to unleash generals Belisarius and Mutus. By riot's end, 30,000 lie dead in the hippodrome, the empire saved, but stained with blood. Theodora's role earns her eternal loyalty from Justinian, but enemies amplify the scandal's rumors of her orchestrating murders, of secret affairs with beasts in her theatrical days. Designed to undermine her as an unfit consort, she counters with cunning, exiling plotters and fortifying her network of spies, even influencing the Monophysite controversy in 533 AD by sheltering heretics, balancing faith and power. Her reforms endure. Laws in 535 AD protect daughters' inheritances, curb abusive husbands, and elevate women's status, transforming Byzantine society amid ongoing whispers. By the 540s, as plague ravages Constantinople in 540 AD, killing hundreds daily, Theodora nurses the afflicted, her compassion clashing with tales of her ruthlessness executing corrupt officials, suppressing uprisings in Egypt. Justinian adores her, consulting her on conquests like the reconquest of Italy in 535 to 554 AD. But the scandals persist. European chroniclers like Procopius in his secret Anecdota of 550 AD painting her as a monster of lust, inventing grotesque acts to explain her hold over the emperor. Theodora ignores the venom, focusing on legacy, founding the Hagia Sophia's reconstruction after the riots, its domes rising as testaments to resilience. Yet illness claims her in 548 AD, cancer ravaging her body, Justinian weeping at her bedside as the court mourns a woman who rose from shadows to shape an era. Uncovering these layers of slander and strength, the way powerful women are reduced to myth sits a haunting reminder of history's biases, one that lingers long after the facts fade. If Theodora's story resonates with you, stirring that mix of dread and admiration, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Together, we'll expose more of these eclipse truths that deserve the light. As Theodora's tomb seals in 548 AD, the rumors of her depraved scandals echo onward, much like those that would one day engulf Catherine, proving that empires may fall, but lies about the women who hold them endure eternally. But in the end, what chills most is not the myths themselves, but how they reveal our own enduring fears of power in hands deemed unworthy, of legacies twisted by those too weak to face the truth. Theodora, like Catherine, transcended the venom, her reforms outlasting the whispers, a quiet victory that leaves us pondering the real horror. How many great figures have we lost to the shadows of invented shame? Which of these royal scandals, Catherine's horse myth or Theodora's theatrical horrors, unsettles you more? And why do you think such lies persist through history? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your insights bring these stories to life.